Hello everybody, and welcome to Wounded Healer Tarot. My name is James, and I'll be doing your reading today. This particular reading is for the sign of Taurus. Now I'm going to be taking a look at what you need to work on at this time. Now I will be using the Lantern Oracle and getting 3 cards, which I will get further details on with the tarot, and then the cards that I get with the tarot I am going to further clarify with another deck, and then that will be it. This could be a little lengthy, so if you're not one for the longer readings, watch as much as you can, and hopefully you find something that actually helps. Alright, let's see. What does Taurus need to work on at this time? None of that. Alright. Okay, let's try that again, shall we? Alright. What does Taurus need to work on at this time? Alright, first up here we have card number 26. Forgiveness. Hurt blocks our light. Oh, also, once I have all of the cards out here, then I'm going to read from the book for them, because these are very detailed descriptions. That's why I call it my therapist deck. It goes real deep, and I feel like reading from the book would help you get the most out of these messages. It should most certainly help you to connect much easier to these cards. It's a Maiden, Mother, Guardian, and Queen deck, I believe it was. Alright, let's see. Hopefully this isn't 3. Alright. Okay. Next up we have card number 16. Melting Mask. Allow your spirit self to shine through the many roles you fulfill. This was on the bottom of the deck the other day for the Aries reading, so maybe there's a message for you in there, especially if you do have Aries in your chart. Alright, and then lastly here we have card number 28, Moving Forward. The first step is taken within our stillness. Alright. And let's see what's at the bottom of the deck here. At the bottom of the deck we have card number 14, Wishful Expectations. Acknowledge the smoke and mirrors in your life for what they are. This gives me real 7 of Cups vibes. Oh, and then underneath that we have card number 19, Accountability. Responsibility is a gift of love to yourself and others. Okay. Now, I'm not going to read from the book for the cards at the bottom of the deck, otherwise we'll be here all day. Okay, so... let's see. Number 26. Forgiveness, alright. The only forgiveness that we can receive is that which we experience for ourselves. In essence, to forgive another, life, or the world is as irrelevant as being forgiven by another, life, or the world. If we have not forgiven ourselves, we can neither receive forgiveness nor have it to give. Forgiveness is a word that often evokes in us a sense of defensiveness and anger. Why should we be the ones to forgive when we were the ones wronged? When exploring the concept of forgiveness, the key lies in the word wrong, and not in the doing or the doer of the wrong. Every happening is neutral in and of itself, and as indifferent as nature. It is us who bring such notions of wrong, right, good, and bad to stimuli. For the wrong not to continue to be a reality that lives harmfully in our mind, body, and emotions, the physical effects of it need to be thoroughly released. Ideally, we release our distress like the wild animals that instantly rid themselves of whatever disturbance they experience by energetically purging it in a physically cathartic act before moving on. Once we relieve what is forgiven from within ourselves, it ceases to have a negative charge and therefore ceases to live on in us as toxic energy that detrimentally impacts and overshadows who we are, our health, and the rest of our life story. This is why the only forgiveness that matters is ours. We deactivate the negativity within and change what are energetically matched to in our external reality. Releasing the unforgiveness frees us into a higher vibrancy and creates a shift in our possibilities. The compulsion to unconsciously repeat unforgiven wounds ceases. This is why to forgive is all about ourselves and not about anyone or anything else. To be clear, this does not mean that we forget or deny others or our own past actions. Instead, we release the negative charge and remembering from our body, emotions, and psyche. The beginning of everything true and the end of everything false starts the moment we forgive ourselves for having forgotten that we are not our bodies, our behavior, our memories, or the stories that we live out. Nor are we in any way how we have ever been mistreated or disrespected. We are not the wrongs done to us or that we may have done to others, nor are we made broken, defective, or less than from them. There is nothing to be fixed or added to. You are, however, always required to release anything that is unforgiven within you so that the loving white light that you are can transparently shine in all of its brilliance. Forgiveness is your way home. You are the only light that you need. Feel your way home to spirit self by replacing all that hurts with the shining white light of pure self-love that you are. When we forget the loving light that we are susceptible to believing in what we are not. Any external hurts that show up are means through which to recognize what still needs releasing. Guardian's message. The white light of love releases you from the pain and suffering of believing in what is not you. Well, gosh, I did say deep, didn't I? Alright, so now I'm going to dig a little deeper here with the tarot. Alright, the first card up here is the 10 of Pentacles. Interesting. Alright. What more do we need to know about forgiveness? What more do we need to know about forgiveness? This could have something to do with some sort of stability here, because next up we have the 4 of Wands. And then we have the Queen of Cups. Well, actually, I'm really getting here that, you have to take care of yourself here emotionally, right? This forgiveness heals emotionally, right? Forgiveness allows you to release unwanted, negative, dark emotions and fills you with the light, which I'm really getting here from this Queen of Cups, that exact transmutation. Now, by affecting your emotions, right, it also affects your finances and your just overall stability here. So I'm definitely getting that, whatever it is you have to release, once that blockage is cleared, your finances are going to turn around, your stability, like maybe like a home situation, is going to turn around, as well as your emotional stability, right? You're going to then be able to operate out of a more sure space within yourself, and that's going to keep from any emotional imbalance, because a lot of emotional imbalance, a lot of fears and stuff have to do with the way you view yourself, have to do with the way you think of yourself. So if the way you think of and view yourself turns around, the way you feel about yourself changes, then so is the way you react, or whether or not you even react to most things, especially emotionally. Alright, now next up is card number 16, Melting Mask. A role becomes a mask when it distorts, constricts, or conceals rather than reflects the true expression of our spirit self. A mask typically arises out of the ego's desire to be real and in control when, in fact, it is neither. The ego, like the body and emotions, are tools. Their function, when used appropriately and proportionally, is to give authentic form and expression to our spirit self. Drawing this card signifies the impending loss of a mask to an encounter, an event, or a circumstance that incites its melting. A period of confusion, turmoil, or grief may follow this mask's dissolution. It had once served you in some way, therefore it is a loss that could take some adjusting to, especially if there remains a significant identification with and attachment to this mask. The future mother wishes to assure you that the dissolution of any mask is a blessing. With time, you will begin to see that losing the image of who you thought you were or had believed that you needed to be is, in fact, the liberating path to experiencing all the more that you are. To support you through this time of impending change, tune into your spirit self's light, love, and stillness. Observe which roles in your life feel good, natural, and autonomous. Ask yourself, what are my main roles at the moment? What does each one mean to me? Would I be more or less of myself without it? Would I be seen by others to be more or less without it? Such roles may include mother, daughter, friend, employee, employer, partner, student, or volunteer. Then ask, which of these roles are draining? Which are energizing? Are any fraught with drama or boring? Do any feel like masks stifling me through obligations I often resent rather than lovingly fulfill? Upon reviewing the answers to these questions, is there a current role that functions more like a constricting mask that you would love to lose or would be terrified of melting? Regardless of how you answer, it is important to keep in mind that you are, in essence, none of the roles that you have or wish to fulfill, nor any of the restrictive masks of concealment that they may have or might turn into. At most, a role can transparently and joyously express an aspect of your spirit self. Life is always better when you know which roles are fulfilling for you. Be sure to prioritize and enjoy them, wherever and whenever possible. Mother's message. It is important for a mask to melt once the function it had served tips into detrimentally constricting us at our highest level. Whew. All right. Now, let's see what the tarot has to say about this. Please tell me more about Melting Mask. What do we need to know about Melting Mask? Alright, so first out here, we have the Queen of Pentacles. Then we have the Knight of Wands. And Strength. Yeah, this is giving me the vibe of you being in like a more maybe matriarchal position. You could be a healer, a mother, daughter, any of those feminine roles. And I feel like, you've been having difficulty taking action on things that you're passionate about because you feel restricted by these roles or a particular role. You feel constricted by maybe the communities that have you in these roles. So, you may not have the energy, you may not have the time or opportunity to pursue the things that you would like to. And that is why you have the strength card down here, because it's been taking a lot for you to, continue operating without doing things that you genuinely would like to do, things, pursuing things that you are really passionate about. Now, these could be creative ventures, because not only is the Queen of Pentacles, like a healer, nurturing. She's very akin to the energy of the Empress. She's, I feel like this can also be affecting your financial stability. And I feel like that's something that's going to be cleared once this blockage is cleared. Once you start doing things for you instead of for others, instead of letting these other roles drain you when you're operating, out of a genuine place where you're able to be open with what you would like to do and able to make the time and space in your life to pursue such things. The Strength card is essentially, you really trying to hold on throughout this process. Alright, next up is card number 28, Moving Forward. When we feel stuck, tired, or uninspired, we typically seek change, movement, or stimulation by adding something new to our lives. We may also be advised to do so by well-meaning individuals, the assumption being that an external alteration is the solution to our dissatisfaction. However, to only change the appearance of our lives typically eventuates in the new place, career path, partner, activity, or hobby losing its novel appeal and ending as abruptly as it began. Like a caged rat within its spinning wheel, our restless search for something, somewhere, or someone different resumes. Oversight to the futility of superficial change potentially sends us on a wildly blind and even reckless search for things to change about our lives and who we seem to be. This is all motivated by the false belief that we are indeed improving ourselves and advancing. Rarely do we stop and ask the questions, have I actually moved? Has anything really changed? Why, after the initial buzz of something new, do I feel the same inside? Instead of such self-inquiry, we chase after further means of escape in the multitude of distractions available to us. This buries and separates us further from accessing the satisfying state of being that we seek. Therefore, it serves us well to recall the truism being less is more. That instead of adding more to our lives, to move forward, less is actually required. Releasing all that we no longer need to carry within moves us imperceptibly and yet irreversibly forward. Such a significant and sustainable change is then able to be genuinely reflected in our external lives. If our internal baggage remains in the same spot, so do we. Nature teaches us this through example. Its cycles of decay, regeneration, and growth model the true meaning of forward movement. Every year, fruit-bearing trees die to their fruitful self and shed their leaves. They release all of their dead weight to recreate anew in spring. What remains of the tree in winter is that which sustains it, extending itself ever upward and outward toward the sun. Through the winter, the remaining tree trunk and branches seem to be in stillness. However, it is from all that is unseen within its trunk and beneath the soil that the newness of its life emerges. Should we remain still long enough, the beginnings of our true movement forward will come from within. This card shows up to invite you to sit within the cacophony of your present. Shut your eyes to the drama and review your inner landscape. Know that everything you release from within this stillness is a step taken forward. Moving forward in the physical plane through the form of a new location, job, project, or relationship only works when it reflects the new territory one has already arrived at from within. Guardian's message. What we leave behind releases us forward. This has really given me like a next step from the previous two cards. You know, the melting mask was really speaking of, you know, the process of identifying and releasing, right? And then, you know, forgiveness is the process of realizing that we have things that need to be released. With melting mask, we break them down a little bit more, and that is a part of what helps us to realize what exactly needs to be released so that we can release it. And moving forward is, to me, like that Four of Swords energy where, you know, you're in stillness, you're resting, but it's not like you're doing nothing, right? It may outwardly look like you're doing nothing, but inward is where all of the work is taking place, all of the major work, essentially. You know, like throughout a time like this, you may even, you know, change your looks up. You may change the way you dress, change your hair. If you wear makeup, you know, you may change up the way that you do that. But there's a lot of inner work here that really I'm getting needs to be done so that your outward life can reflect that inner work. Alright. Oh, that was quick. How many do we have here? Jeez. Alright. Interesting. There's definitely, I feel, a need to balance out the feminine and the masculine. Okay, so first up here we have the Three of Cups. Then we have the Six of Cups. Is that focused? And lastly we have the King of Pentacles. I will be back in just a moment. Gotta change the battery. Alright. Now, let's see. The Three of Cups, Six of Cups, and King of Pentacles. Now, I'm definitely getting the vibe here that with the Six of Cups, you're going to be picking up something that, or rather picking back up something that you enjoyed doing when you were younger, possibly like a child even. And that's something that's really going to help you, to work through things, to release certain things here. Now with the Three of Cups, before that, I want to say, you know, with the Three of Cups, speaking about like celebration, you know, going out, drinking with friends, stuff like that, I want to say that the Three of Cups could be a bit of a warning not to let, you know, drinking become a crutch, essentially. You know, going out with friends, drinking, having a good time. Like, I'm not saying it's not okay to do that, but don't let it get excessive. don't, like, I feel like that could very easily turn into a blockage as opposed to something that's helping you. Because, once you start to let things go and you start to feel lighter, you'll feel better, being around people, doing things with people, like partying, and that can very quickly turn toxic. But as I was saying with the Six of Cups here and the King of Pentacles, there could be something, whatever hobby or maybe even creative thing you used to do when you were younger that made you feel good, that made you feel at ease. Picking that up during this time of healing can be extremely beneficial. You can even end up like turning it into a business here with the King of Pentacles, because the King of Pentacles is somebody who's very, stable, both financially and materially, and more times than not, he's a business owner. So you can most certainly be doing something like that that will be putting you into a powerful position, whether you start your own business or maybe you get a new job somewhere and you're in a position of power, right? You're in a higher position, you're getting paid more, and that will go towards your stability here. And since we have both the King and the Queen of Pentacles out here, I definitely want to say that throughout this process, there's going to be a balancing of the masculine and feminine energies. Alright, now, tell me more about the Ten of Pentacles, please. The Ten of Pentacles. Let's clarify the Ten of Pentacles. Just one card this time. In the Aries reading, I was getting like 2 or 3 cards a good majority of the time per card. I just want one per card. Let's keep this one short and sweet. Alright, please clarify the Ten of Pentacles. The Ten of Pentacles. Let's go. Alright, the Ten of Pentacles. 1, 2, 3. Alright. Ooh, we have the Four of Cups. Come on. There we go. Alright. So with the Four of Cups clarifying the Ten of Pentacles. I feel like you may have to turn down some offers here, because it is likely that during this time, there are going to be things coming in that may try to deter you from the work you're doing. Because it's very common, say when you're taking time out from dating and you're just focusing on yourself, that's when you're going to start to get a bunch of offers. And those offers are sort of like tests, right? You don't want to accept things that are going to distract you from the inner work that you have to be doing. And if you're enveloped in a relationship, you're not going to work on yourself, right? Let's see. Tell me more about the Four of Wands. Well, wait. I feel like this exact combination of clarifying cards came out for Aries. Not for the Four of Wands particularly, but I feel like this combination was in Aries. But anyways, we have the Eight of Cups and the Six of Swords. Clarifying the Four of Wands. Yeah, you know, there are people, places, and things that you're going to have to leave behind in order to really dig deep and do this work. And, you know, I feel like the Six of Swords is telling you that, you know, this is what is required in order to bring you to a more calm, cool, collected, peaceful part of your life. Because honestly, you could be in a very, or rather things in your life in general can honestly have been very chaotic, which is why it was difficult for you to, you know, take this time to really, you know, dig deep and do some healing, you know. Alright, now, please clarify the Queen of Cups. We have the Emperor. Yeah, you know, that emotional stability will really put you in a place where, you know, it can put you in a powerful position. You know, being able to control your emotions is like 80% of most things, right? Being able to keep your calm, keep your cool in any given situation, and, you know, operate from a more stable place. That's going to help you to make way better decisions, way better moves. And then at the bottom of the deck there, we have the Queen of Pentacles coming out yet again. There will be abundance and healing. Alright, now please tell me more about the Queen of Pentacles. Oh, okay. We have the Eight of Swords. Yeah, you know, I feel like this is representative of you standing in your way here. You know, this is representing the masks that you've been wearing that have been keeping you from healing, that have been, you know, really keeping you stuck and stagnant where you have been. And once those masks melt and fall away, you're going to be stepping into that Queen of Pentacles energy where your healing is going to change your frequency and start to slowly attract in abundance. Alright, let's see. Tell me more about this Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands, please. Alright, that is not cool. That's like 4 cards, no thank you. Okay, the Knight of Wands, please. Please tell me more about the Knight of Wands. we have the Nine of Wands. Yeah, you see, I feel like you have not given up on being able to pursue your dreams and the things that really interest you, the things that really light you up and make you feel good, the things that really interest you here. Alright, please tell me more about strength. Please tell me more about strength. What do we need to know here? The dogs may start going off in a moment. Someone just pulled into the driveway and I have no idea who or why. Alright, let's see. Tell me more about strength, please. What do we need to know about strength? We have the Star. There we go. Yeah, you know, I feel like strength is you holding on to hope for the future, holding on to hope for, you know, essentially the energy that came with that Knight of Wands right before it. You know, you're not giving up, you're holding on to hope, and you're going to keep going. I feel like, you know, you're going to see the light at the end of the tunnel, and it's really going to propel you forward. It's really going to motivate you even more so to continue doing what you're doing here. Alright, now let's clarify this Three of Cups. What do we need to know about the Three of Cups here? Judgment just jumped but did not flip out, so I'm not going to take it, but let's see. Maybe there are some friendships that you may need to reevaluate throughout this process. Let's see. Please tell me more about the Three of Cups. Come on. The Three of Cups, please. Okay, we got the King of Swords. Yeah, you know, I feel like you're really going to be operating out of a place of logic as opposed to, you know, a place of emotion or emotional pain when it comes to the people that you have in your life, the people that you spend your time around. Alright, tell me more about this Six of Cups. The Six of Cups, please. Ooh. Okay. This could possibly even be speaking about a particular person or a connection here, because we have the Ace of Cups clarifying the Six of Cups. You know, maybe during this time, or maybe not during this time, but towards the end of this healing here, you could be energetically calling in somebody from your past who has been doing the same sort of healing. You guys could be on very similar paths and at a very similar point in your paths to where you become an energetic match for each other. let's see. Yep, because at the bottom of the deck here, Page of Pentacles. An offer coming in. Alright, and lastly, tell me about this King of Pentacles. What? We got the King of Pentacles again. To clarify, the King of Pentacles. Alright, the universe is saying they said what they said. Next, at the bottom of the deck here, we have the Eight of Pentacles. You've been working very diligently on something. Whether that be yourself or a particular craft. And I mean, to have that double King of Pentacles there, I mean, something is definitely like your financial stability, your place at a job, you know, your position at a job. Whatever you do for money is going to really take off here, I get. Both with the Ten of Pentacles at the beginning, and then we have the Queen of Pentacles, and then we have the King of Pentacles twice, and we had the Queen of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck previously. I feel like there's going to be a lot of blocks removed here that have really been holding you back from success. And, I mean, the work that you've been putting in, the work that you may soon be putting in, this is not going to be in vain. Alright, Taurus. These are the messages that I have for you at this time. I do hope they serve you well. Be gentle with yourselves. I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye now.